No bullshit weekly update. Starting us off, the weaponized Kanata is going to be 20% off, going for 2.7 mil, down from 3.4 mil. Decent attack helicopter, I would definitely recommend picking one up. Also in Warstock is the Brigade 6x6, being 30% off, going for 525k, down from 750k. This also serves as the Acid Lab, and I think you should pick one up this week if you don't have one, because there are going to be a lot of bonuses with the Acid Lab that I will cover in just a minute. For other discounted vehicles this week, we have the LAMPADATI 5 Mille going for 1.2 mil, down from 1.7. I used to really like this car. It is one of the fastest sedans in the entire game, but I just recently used this in a Top Gear episode, and it was exposed for being atrocious and not as good looking as you might think. So I can't really vouch for the 5 Mille anymore, but it is on sale if you want to pick it up. It's 500k off. It's also going to be one of our luxury auto vehicles this week, although it is more expensive here because it has the livery on it. The LAMPADATI Komoda is also going to be on sale here. This is a pretty cool car, although it is not discounted. It's going to be just over 1.7 mil. It is LAMPADATI week here at Simeon's because we have a full set of LAMPADATI vehicles. Starting us off is the Michele GT, going for 755k. Next up is the Furore GT, going for 268k. Both prices for those vehicles are 40% off. Next up we have the LAMPADATI Pigalle for 400k. And then finally, the Felon and the Felon GT for 90 and 95k respectively. I'm not entirely disappointed. I really like the Furore GT and the Pigalle. I think seeing two Felons here when they take up 2 slots of our already minimal 5 rotating vehicles per week is it's a little bit of a disrespectful move by Rockstar. Kind of feels like we're already on the ground and they're kicking us while we're down. So not too happy about that one. But what can you do, you know? The prize ride for this week is the Dinka Vindicator, which you can get by placing top 5 for 2 days in a row in LS Car Meet Series races. Although the Vindicator itself is not that great of a vehicle, challenge is pretty easy and you can farm your car meet rep by doing it, so I think I would recommend doing it since this is like the easiest a challenge is gonna get, you know? And over here for our test rides, we have the Obey 8F Drafter, going for 40% off at 430k. Pretty decent vehicle, not the fastest tuner, but it's got a lot of cool customization and it's not that expensive. Up next is the DeClassy Hot Ring Saber. You can still buy this one on the Southern website under the two-door section for relatively cheap, so don't worry about missing out on that one. And lastly is the Bestia GTS, also going for 40% off at 366k. The Bestia is a criminally underrated vehicle. I think it's so beautiful. It handles nicely. It's got a decent top speed. Not a lot of customization, but I think the default look is just so nice that there's just nothing to dislike about the car, especially since it's so cheap. I would highly recommend picking one of these up if you don't own one. Your podium vehicle for this week is the Rune Zaba. Very cool podium vehicle. I would highly recommend spinning for it because although you can buy it on the Warstock website for $1.8 to $2.4 million, your wallet is gonna be empty. That's a big chunk taken out. So I would highly recommend spinning for one of these because you will save $1.8 to $2.4 million. And it's got a sick livery. And it just looks so cool. All ammo is also going to be 40% off. All Mark II weapon upgrades will be 30% off. The Acid Lab equipment upgrade in the Freak Shop will also be 30% off. And then for money making this week, there's going to be 3 times money in RP for new community series jobs. 2 times money in RP on all the Halloween adversary modes, that being Condemned, Slashers, Lost vs. Damned, the Halloween Bunker series, and then 2 times money in RP on Alien Survivals and the new Halloween death matches as well. Finally, there's going to be 2 times money in RP on Acid Lab cell missions, which is why you should definitely take advantage of the bonuses this week. Continuing Halloween free mode content will involve the Ghost Hunt that was introduced last week, where you photograph 10 ghosts and then you can receive the Ghostbusters livery on the brand new Albany Brigham. Phantom cars, possessed animals, and UFO business battles will remain in the game as well. Your Junk Energy time trial this week is going to be Mirror Park with a par time of 150, and you can find that in the top right corner of Los Santos. Your regular time trial is going to be Vinewood Hills with a par time of 235 that you can find up here next to Martin Madrazo's house. Finally, your RC Bandito time trial is going to be Cypress Flats with a par time of 130 that you can find over here next to the southernmost ammunition. That, my friends, is going to wrap it up for this week in GTA. Drop a like if this video helped you guys out. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this week. Sub to the channel if you guys are new. We'll be covering weekly updates as they come out, and that's about it. So take care and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace!